Hi, lovely to have you here. Welcome to the Electro Revolution EV News Brief. In today's bulletin, the 3rd of December 2025, we cover key developments from Tesla, BYD, Porsche, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Rivian, Lucid, NIO, Xiaomi, and many more. Plus the latest Australian EV figures and one lighthearted story to finish. So what's inside this episode? First, Tesla. We're going to cover a mixed bag of EV sales numbers worldwide, but we're going to mention its expanded battery business. BYD. Product launches and regional moves. The Sealion 6 lands in Japan. Porsche. Global launch for the Cayenne electric, first drives and reactions. BMW and Mercedes. New climate and tech pushes as automakers retool for EVs. Rivian, Lucid and NIO. Delivery and investor updates plus industry events. Australia. November sales data, rising PHEV momentum and model level shifts. And we'll end up with a funny EV story to close, an oddball EV reveal with a memorable face. So let's get started with the top stories. Tesla's automotive sales, they remain a mixed bag globally, with growth in some regions but declines in others. However, beyond the numbers, several major developments are shaping the company's future. Tesla Energy, for example, that's the division behind the Powerwall, Megapack and grid-scale storage. That's gaining momentum. Analysts suggest this arm of the company could eventually surpass automotive revenues. As nations accelerate their energy transitions, Tesla's storage solutions are being deployed at a record pace, positioning the company as a leader in renewable energy infrastructure. And just as a reminder, in Europe, Norway delivered a headline. Tesla has set a new annual sales record in that market, selling more cars through November than any single automaker ever has in a full year. A bright spot for the firm, even as it faces headwinds in some continental markets. And now BYD. China's BYD continues to expand its model line and geographic reach. Today, BYD launched the Sealion 6 plug-in hybrid SUV in Japan. Positioned as a value option in that market and priced from roughly around $26,700 USD, and that's for the early trims. As BYD pushes both pure EVs and PHEVs across Asia. Observers note BYD's strategy remains focused on the breadth, low-cost entries plus higher-end models to cover many buyer segments. And now to the Porsche luxury brand. The luxury marque Porsche officially rolled out the Cayenne Electric at its global launch events this week, pitching the new model as the brand's fastest and most powerful production vehicle to date, but now fully electric. Early drive reports highlight performance gains and a surprising off-road capability for the battery-powered Cayenne, as Porsche positions itself higher up the EV performance ladder. And now we come to BMW and Mercedes. BMW has announced an updated midterm climate commitment that raises its emission reduction ambition, aiming to cut cumulative CO2e by at least 60 million tonnes by 2035 versus the 2019 baseline levels, and to accelerate renewable energy use across production and supply chains. The move broadens BMW's lifecycle approach across all drivetrains. Meanwhile, Mercedes-Benz has confirmed a UK-based funding initiative to bring Formula One derived powertrain expertise into high-performance electric and hybrid projects, backed by a matched government contribution, a sign of OEMs harvesting motorsport tech for road-going EVs and hybrid systems. Imagine that. And now let's look at Rivian and Lucid. Across the Atlantic, Rivian continues to be watched closely by investors. The company's recent deliveries guidance and results through 2025 show production pressures and market uncertainties, while Lucid Group is on the road with investor events this week. The Lucid CFO is speaking at a UBS transportation conference on December 3rd, with a webcast for those tracking liquidity and model ramp signals. And now moving to China. China's EV field remains frenetic. NIO reported robust November deliveries, posting more than 36,000 cars for the month as it scales multiple model lines and its Firefly sub-brand expands production. Xiaomi's EV arm also turned heads after hitting a cumulative deliveries milestone this year. The company is pushing both volume and rapid store expansion to lock in incentives before policy changes next year. And now on the supply chain side, a major European lithium project secured near $4 billion in financing this week to power local battery supply, a project aimed at reducing reliance on overseas feedstocks and supporting European EV battery output. Several automakers, including Stellantis, are already linked into supply deals from that project. And now let's go for a quick country round. Japan. The BYD Sealion 6 PHEV launch is the headline. In China, Xiaomi and NIO are in volume ramp mode and Tesla's Shanghai volumes are up. In Europe, Porsche's Cayenne Electric is entering customer fleets and BYD continues aggressive expansion across dealers. In the United States, Rivian and Lucid remain in investor focus as production and cash headlines roll through Q4. And now turning to Australia. In November, VFACTS data and Electric Vehicle Council releases show plug-in hybrids climbed strongly in November, with PHEVs up more than 80% year on year in VFACTS counts and total EV deliveries recovering after October lows. Local reports say Tesla and Polestar saw month-on-month gains, and Chinese brands like Zeekr in particular jumped into the top 3 for November. Authorities and industry groups continue to track charger deployments as state programs expand. And that's great news when I hear it, because upgrading our EV infrastructure across the country is great news for every single EV driver. And now a short safety note. As OEMs push OTA software and ADAS features, regulators continue the oversight. Automakers including Xiaomi previously issued OTA fixes for assisted driving features. A reminder that software updates remain a core part of EV safety and ownership experience. And finally, for a lighter story, Faraday Future's new planned FX Super One MPV, unveiled early this year, continues to generate online chuckles for its quirky front fascia that reviewers and social posts called a funny face. It's not earth-shattering news, but a reminder that car design still sparks a lot of personality online. Well, that's your EV Roundup and EV Brief for December 3rd, 2025. Now, the sources for this bulletin include Reuters, FCAI and VFACTS, the Electric Vehicle Council, The Driven, EV Central, and OEM press releases. Check the pinned comments and descriptions for the source and links and timestamps. I'm Michael. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share this content with someone who'd be interested, or leave us a comment. It really all helps. Until the next episode, I hope to see you there. Bye for now.